The ministry we're going to look at today is the Lockman Foundation. The Lockman Foundation is a ministry that's dedicated to translating and distributing several versions of the Bible, most notably the New American Standard Bible and the Amplified Bible, as well as some Spanish language versions of the Bible. The Lockman Foundation is also one of the founding members of the Gospel.com Alliance back in the mid-90s, and so we're excited to feature them today. To get started, let's go to the Lockman website. To do that, point your web browser to Lockman, L-O-C-K-M-A-N.org. Now, your first thought on hearing about the Lockman Foundation might have been something like, well, they're a Bible publisher. What is their online ministry beyond just selling Bibles? Is that all they do? Well, it turns out the Lockman Foundation does quite a bit more than that. We're going to start with a quick tour of their main website here, and then we'll move on to explore one of their websites that I consider a hidden gem in the Gospel.com Alliance. Let's get started. Here on the main Lockman Foundation website, you'll find pretty much what you would expect from a Bible provider. There's information on the history and background and translations of the different versions of the Bible that they distribute. There are links to read through the Bible in a year using email or an RSS feed. Over here on the left side of the screen, there's a collection of free software to search the Bible, as well as some other electronic goodies like screensavers that you can download and install on your own computer. And of course, there's a catalog at which you can order their Bibles. So far, so good, nothing too surprising for a Bible publisher, but this is just the surface of Lockman's online ministry. Let's take a look at a Lockman website that I think is going to surprise you with its usefulness. It's called the Study Bible Forum, and to get to it, you can either go to studybibleforum.com, or from the Lockman website, you can just click on the link up at the top of the page. So what is a Study Bible Forum? Well, basically, it's an online forum dedicated to studying the Bible. No surprises there. But it's different than the web forums you're used to seeing, where people will show up and post messages and get into debates and arguments and the occasional useful discussion. Study Bible Forum is set up to let you ask questions about specific Bible passages and to get answers and commentary back from other users of the site. And if you don't have a question to ask, you can see what questions people are asking and maybe even share some answers of your own. It's a little tough to describe it, so let's jump in and see how it works in practice. When you come to the front page of studybibleforum.com, this is what you'll see. Before you can get started, you'll need to register. It's a free and relatively painless process. I've already registered. Once you've registered, you can log in using the link there. I'm going to do that now. Once you've logged on, this is what you'll see on the main site. First, on the front page, you'll see a list of questions people have asked about Bible verses that are awaiting answers. And farther down, you'll see a list of answers people have recently posted to those questions. Here's how you go about asking a question or getting an answer about a Bible verse. The easiest way to do it is to look up a specific Bible verse. For the sake of our example here, let's look up John 1, verse 1. Searching for John 1:1 there will pull up the verse here in the NASB and the Amplified Bible versions. You'll see directly below the verse, you have the option to enter some text. This is where you would ask a question about this verse, or optionally, leave a note about this verse for yourself or for other people to read. So if I had a question about John 1:1, let's say I don't know what the verse is referring to with the word "word" there. What I would do is say that I'm asking a question, type in my question here, and hit Preview Question or Note. This would take me to a second page where I could just review that my question is as I like it and submit it. Questions that have submitted appear down at the bottom of the verse page, and if you scroll down here, you'll see there's already a very large collection of questions and commentary on John 1:1. This is what other readers have asked or commented on when they've come to this verse. You can see what they have to say just by clicking on their individual questions. If you have an answer to their question, you can type it in here, just as you did on the previous page. Let's go back to the home page. You can also ask questions or find answers about just Bible books in general, not specific verses. So if I wanted to ask a general question about Genesis, I would click it there. I could leave my question or note here, and if you scroll down, you'll see that there's a large number of questions and answers about Genesis that people have already been leaving here over the last couple of years. Let's go back to the home page here. Now, if you have a general question that you want to make that's not about a specific Bible verse, you can do so using the sidebar over here. You can ask a general question with the Ask Questions link. You just type in your question, press the button, and see what people have to say in response. And you can also search for answers that have not yet, questions that have not yet received answers. Now you can look at the notes and questions other people are leaving using the sidebar here. Clicking on the Notes button will show you, just ordered by date, all of the notes that people have left. As you can see, there are a lot of notes people are leaving. You can look for ones that are interesting to you or that apply to Bible verses that you're interested in. You can see the most recent answers that people have given to questions that have been asked. And using these links here, you can see what questions have recently been answered and what questions have been asked but not yet answered. As you can see, there are no unanswered questions at the moment. To get an idea of how many questions, answers, and notes are waiting in the system, click on the statistics link there, and you'll see that over 30,000 questions have been asked, almost 60,000 answers have been given, and over 90,000 notes have been made. That is a lot of information. So as you can see, by letting users share answers and notes about the Bible, Study Bible Forum is actually doing something we might describe as pretty Web 2.0-ish. But it's been doing this for years now and is now a huge archive of questions and answers from real, actual people. It's a great Bible study resource. Now obviously, as you would with a blog or message board, you're getting opinions from people who might or might not have the answers. But if you've ever hit a difficult Bible verse and want to see what other Bible readers think about it, it's a great tool. Well, I hope that this brief tour has showed you that there's a lot more to the Lockman Foundation's online ministry than just selling Bibles. And I hope you'll take some time to explore this and some of the other sites that we didn't have time to hit today, such as findabible.com. Have fun!